Welcome to another Excel CEO Excel tutorial. We're going to discuss how to overcome blank rows in a dataset when you're copying your formulas down using DataFill. If you've ever had blank rows in your dataset and you've tried to copy over them or been constantly stuck copying down a few rows at a time and then continuing on, you can find that very frustrating. The good news is there's a quick way around this, and I'm going to show that to you here in a bit. So we can scroll down using control down arrow. We can see that we have 1,000 rows of records. So if we were to have blank rows in that, it could take a very long time and a lot of frustration to get through it. So for this example, let's take out Gary Wright here and Paul Olson so that we have a few gaps in our data set. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy down over those and be able to handle this quickly and easily for our entire data set. So let's make a column here and we'll call it first name. If you're familiar with the names project, then this should look familiar to you already. And we're just going to use the first name here. So we'll do a mid, open parenthesis, cell A2. For the start number, we're going to put in the find function. And when you're looking for anything with find, you can look up pretty much any text string. It doesn't have to be a single character. So let's do the comma and a space, and then quote within text. This is also going to be in A2, close parenthesis. And we want to start at the first name, so we want to skip over those two characters we just did. So we're going to do +2, comma, and then the number of characters to maximum return will be 100. And we'll hit enter there. So we can see Russell there. And you might have asked yourself, if you're familiar with the left-right function for extracting names, why we didn't use the right function to do this. Well, if we look here, you can see that there's a little bit of a break in some of these names for this AB column split. And what you're going to see there, if we click over here, is there's a whole bunch of trailing spaces after Russell here. And we really don't want to include those in some of our formulas. It can cause problems with lookups and others. So let's use a quick length function here, and we'll find out how many are in this. And it's a quick function. We'll come over here to B2 and hit enter. And we can see that just here in B2, we have 31 characters where we should only have 7. A quick way around that is we can apply the trim function. So we'll just wrap our formula in trim and hit enter, and now we're down to 7 characters. And so what we want to do now is we want to copy down using DataFill. If you remember the old method, if you double click the DataFill, you're going to stop here at row 16, drag over to 18 to start again, and then drag it over again. And that's a very tedious process. So a quick way around that, and yes, I do see the value error. We're going to cover that as well. So we'll do Control Z to get back up to this. And what we're going to do is if you hit Control Shift End on your keyboard, it's going to take you all the way down to your active data set for all of the user rows. And you see that it took you down to column C as well. And we don't really want column C in this, so we're going to hit Shift left arrow to get us back to just column B. And now what we want to do is click up here in the formula bar for our formula in A2, and we're going to hit Control Enter, and that copies our formula all the way down past the blank in 17 and row 28. And so now we've been able to overcome the blank rows, but we have value errors because the find function couldn't find the text string we were looking for. So a quick way to overcome that is we can actually come back up here to B2, and we can actually come up here and around the trim, we're going to hit if error, open parenthesis, and then come to the end. And if we have an error, we just want to apply a blank, closing parenthesis, and we will hit Control Enter. And there you have it. You have fixed your entire data set here, overcoming blank rows and handling the errors just with a few quick keystrokes. Hope you found this tip useful and have a great day.